Good morning, friends. This is your old girl, Melanie Rose, here to share your daily aspects. Today is Tuesday, November 16, 2021. The sun is in Scorpio today, which puts the spotlight on our power to transform ourselves and the circumstances around us. This takes commitment and focus, which Scorpio's influence lends to us all at this time. It also takes a clear and compassionate vision for what can be. I encourage you to articulate your vision somehow for the future at this time, just so you and the universe can be on the same page going forward. The moon begins in Aries today, making ingress to Taurus this evening. Moon in Aries has likely brought up some restlessness. In our eagerness to get results, we may find ourselves getting frustrated. Consider this a check on your timing. When we speed through things related to the heart and home, we miss important stuff. It's okay to slow down a little bit, and the moon's transit to Taurus this evening will bring us down to a more manageable pace. Also, while I'm here, I will just mention that the full moon in Taurus is just 2 days away. The waxing gibbous energy of the moon fills us with focused intent to bring our goals into the reality of now. Focus your powers. For good, of course. Let's take a look at these planets and aspects before we get into the interpretations. I've prepared a legend of the symbols we'll be looking at today so that we can start with an idea of some of the energies we'll be working with. As always, we have the sun. The sun represents our outer life. That's who we are in our social, civic, and work life. Who we are when we step out the door. That's the person people meet when they meet us for the first time. We have the moon, and the moon is our ever-present inner life. That's our relationship with ourselves, the emotions we feel, the things that we intuit and know, and also the place where we live, who we are when we're at home, and the people we're at home with all fall under the umbrella of the moon, which is our inner life. We have Pluto on the board today as Scorpio's ruling planet. Pluto represents deep transformations, death and rebirth, sort of the extreme ends of things. Venus is here. Venus represents love and money. Venus is here as Taurus's ruling planet. Venus represents love and money, or your relationship to those things and people that you value the very most. Mars is also on board as Aries ruling planet. Mars represents initiative, that get up and go, the passionate drive, the fire you feel to get moving. And Jupiter is here with us today. Jupiter represents positive growth and expansion. As for the aspects we'll be seeing today, we have a couple of sextiles. That's really nice to see. Sextile is a positive aspect that generates something out of its cooperation. So out of the cooperation between two planets. And then we have a square, which represents challenge. And we also have an ingress, which is another way of saying we're transitioning. The moon is transitioning from the sign of Aries and into the sign of Taurus. And as for the signs we'll be mentioning today, the sun is in Scorpio again, the moon is in Aries, and it's moving into Taurus. And that's a mouse with some cheese. Isn't it cute? Okay. I have divided our aspects into 2 columns, one for each of our luminaries. The moon sheds light on our nights, and it moves very quickly, creating many brief aspects that represent ambient energies that may produce moods and other internal experiences for us through the course of the day. The sun sheds light on our days, and I address the rest of the planets on this side because these aspects take longer and they have more of an impact on our actions and interactions out in the world. We start with the moon today. At 7:55 a.m. Central Standard Time, friends, the moon went sextile with Jupiter. This positive and generative aspect brings a sense of buoyancy to our efforts in our hearts and homes. We feel expansive, generous, and open to positive growth. This is a 2-hour aspect. Growth, buoyancy and growth in the heart and home. At 9:51 a.m., a void of course moon runs square to Pluto. The urge here is to take a deep dive into our emotions or intuitions, and we may experience some setbacks or challenges if we do so. This is a 2-hour. Challenges with deep dives. And then this evening at 8:18 p.m., 818 friends, the moon makes ingress to Taurus. I offer this quote from the Wee Moon calendar. Moon in Taurus slows us down. Roots grow deep in this stubborn, creative, and sensual time. It's time to cultivate our earthly resources, garden home and body, plant seeds in fertile soil, and listen to the earth's magic. This transit lasts 2.5 days. I'm going to write plant seeds and hear the magic. So today's lunar energy signature is an invitation really to keep the mood light while we dig into the comforting sensual pleasures of home. On the sun side, in the ongoing column, well, I didn't write those down, did I? We have Venus square Chiron. Today is day 2 of 4 for this aspect. When Venus makes aspect with our natal Chiron, we are asked whether our approaches to relating are altogether well. Is there healing that needs to be done between loved ones, or possibly in one's approach to maintaining or managing their finances? It's worthwhile to notice, with the understanding that true healing may be difficult under a square aspect. Check Chiron's placement in your natal chart for further clues as to what misalignments are under the spotlight here, and we'll be checking in on this aspect for 2 more days. So this is day 2 of 4, and it's healing for our love and money, or healing the way we relate to those people and things that we value the most. Yeah, you're catching on, you get it. Okay, then today is also day 2 of Sun square Jupiter. Day 2 of 2 for this one. This is an aspect that comes around twice a year, and it's one of those things where we have to have our intentions in the right place to make it work out for us. When the sun, the outer life, comes into aspect with Jupiter, there are all kinds of great opportunities available to us out in the world. We can practically help ourselves to extra doses of good fortune and opportunities for positive growth. The challenge is this: can you show respect, moderation, dedication, self-discipline? Remain committed and focused on those things you've already set about expanding in your life. Resist the urge to take on a bunch of new stuff in the spirit of optimism. So 2 of 2. Big opportunities. Maintain focus. And today at 3:01 p.m., the sun goes sextile with Pluto. This is a positive and generative aspect that comes around twice a year. My source, Astrology King, has this to say. Sun sextile Pluto transit increases your need to succeed. You will feel more determined and purposeful than usual to achieve your goals. Any obsessive or compulsive tendencies you have can actually be harnessed to get a difficult task done. This especially applies to anything which is broken down or is no longer of use in your life, from a messy room to a bad habit. This aspect's energies will be in effect for a couple of days. If we haven't been clear about our immediate goals, this energy is now bringing about that clarity. Clarity regarding personal, social, work goals. And that's going to generate something positive, getting that clarity. Coming up this Friday, we will see a full moon in Taurus. Saturday will bring about lunar apogee, which comes around once a month, making us more susceptible to the moon's influence in our lives. And on Sunday, the sun will make ingress into Sagittarius. And we will talk about these things and more in upcoming episodes. That's it for today, friends. This has been your Daily Aspects, an astrological weather forecast for Tuesday, November 16, 2021. Slow down, Mel. If you haven't already, please like my video and subscribe to the Old Girl channel. I will leave this up here for about 30 seconds so that you can have time to look it over. Thank you so much for being here with me today. My name is Melanie Rose, and I will see you all back here tomorrow for more Daily Aspects.